Well, that's ought to do it. Hey, Nate, what are you doing? Perfect timing. I just finished my latest recipe. Are you trying to create new items again? No, today's recipe isn't related to cooking. You're a restaurant and you're making recipes unrelated to cooking? It's to make memories. I mean, come on, at this rate, I'll probably have to say goodbye to the Soleil, right? Well, that's if we can successfully regenerate a planet. Excuse me. Yeah, but if that does happen, then there's no more Soleil. Which is why I want to make as many memories as I can. This recipe is that start. Yeah, I guess. This is like a home to us, too. If we don't have little things like these, it'll just be painful later on. Which is why I want to give this to you. Beyond Soleil. I wonder what it's going to make. Well, it's my recipe after all. I'm sure it'll be eccentric, whatever it is. But at the very least, it'll have a lot of feelings for failure unpacked inside. So I want to believe you two will enjoy it. That was a quick conversation. So this should only have like 2 recipes, so... need to make another Rupiani's crystal. Charl Brainwasher. It's a badminton shuttlecock. Wow, that's a cute Neutron. Look, it's got little wings. Like, seen that? It's an engraving of a bird, but the wings are like fairy wings. I made it like that on purpose. I think it's pretty stylish. Is it not fitting? It's true the bird and fairy wings are different, but it's pretty, so it should be fine. I agree. I really like the Neutron. Oh, but this isn't a normal Neutron, is it? That's right. The effect actually turned out just a little weird. If you chain with the Neutron, you can consciously control the Charl. Control? Is that like how Prim was fluidly commanding the Charl before? Yeah, that's the idea. Maybe I should call the Neutron the Primneutron. Primneutron, huh? It would have been better to make this back when you tried to annihilate the Charl. That's not possible. This is something I suddenly came up with while making other recipes after all. This is something you just suddenly came up with? Isn't sight is the greatest power of all? Anyway, the fact that I made something like this could spark another war with the Charl, right? So I reduced its output to an absolute minimum, so it can't be used for much. Yeah, that's good. I wouldn't want to do something like that anyway. Yeah, but even if you reduce it to a minimum, it still has an effect, right? If so, I'm a little scared to think what would happen if it was used accidentally. Oh, don't worry. First of all, it's not something that could have an effect when used accidentally. In order to have an effect, I think you'd have to pretty much firmly embrace a Charl. If you commanded them in a state like that, it might have an effect on them. That's how low the output is. Does that even have a use then? I can't think of any. Also, I think the Charl would get pretty annoyed if you just suddenly hugged them. They'd probably listen to what you have to say just to get you to let them go without using this. The more I hear this explanation, the less this item have reason to exist. Besides, if you were to suddenly embrace them, they'd probably think you were a pervert. I wouldn't want her to scream the moment I embraced her. Why don't you just command her to be quiet the moment you embrace her? That would really make you a pervert. Okay, so it's a Rupiani's crystal. We need one more. Oh, we need one more of these too. Now let's make 5. Yes. Yeah, let's make one of these. Alright. Phelion RNA. Okay, that was pretty cool. Model City. Ta-da! What could this be? There's no way I can answer that question. Why? I made it pretty obvious. Is this RNA? What do you think I use as the motif? Oh, I think I got it. You used Phelion as motif to make this RNA, right? Ding ding ding! Correct, Delta! Just like I thought! I'm kind of confused as to how you saw Phelion as motif by looking at this. I wouldn't have known that just by looking at it. I just happen to remember the recipe name for this thing. Using that as a hint, I just thought that Phelion was a very important place for Nay. Hey, using this recipe as a hint is cheating. That's still pretty amazing. Even if you knew Phelion was the motif, this doesn't look anything like it. Sure it does! There's this crowded feeling, and the shape of the circuit is the same as the street in front of the shop. There's no way we could tell. Oh. Someone would either have to know like you, Nay, or think like Delta to know that the motif for this was Phelion. Then I'll make the name Phelion... I can't say that. Phelionia RNA. That should make it obvious enough, right? This is a great idea. Pretty sure that's just a compromise. Okay, can't make the memory food yet? Okay, so now Francais is the name of that one. And, well, we got most of them yet. Got the greatest gifts. Oh, I still need another Rupiani's crystal. I guess I should have made 2 after all. Alright, greatest gift. Well, the outline looks pretty nice. Okay, I completed a very blessed item. I don't feel blessed at all. How insolent! How dare you say such a thing for Tentoki's mirror? What's that supposed to mean? Ah, you're hopeless. How can you not feel blessed when presented with such an amazing item? Nay, this is your fault for failing to actually explain it properly from the beginning. I wanted you to feel it without needing an explanation. This mirror is actually a very blessed pendant of the Divine Empress. So this is your mirror. That's not wrong, but I prefer if you called it Tentoki's mirror. Although I guess calling it Nei's mirror would make only fans buy it and pad the national treasury. Nay, you're making this seem less and less blessed. Is that all right? Ah, Delta's interruptions are keeping me from explaining it properly. Now the fact that you stuck the title Tentoki on there is enough to get a general idea of this thing. This pendant is filled with the blessed power of the Divine Empress or something, right? That's a general idea, but couldn't you say it in a way that makes it seem a little more blessed? Now, after saying that you wanted to call it Nei's mirror and sell it, you lost all sense of credibility. Okay, what does that do? Ooh, defense plus level 10. But, I think the Cannon's Cannon is going to be my go-to item for the bonus boss fight. Right. Just want to check. How many of these do I have? Okay, more than enough. Alright. And we have one more set. Note to self, double check that failure on RNA too. What should I do? What's the matter with her? Nate seems troubled. Yeah, perhaps it's best we don't interrupt. Well, at the very least we should hear her out. We might be able to help. Hello, Nate. Something on your mind? Oh, perfect timing. Come over here, you two. I guess that's a yes. Yeah. What's up with this time? Don't tell me you're thinking of adding even more items to the menu. No, it's not that. What? Maybe I should think about it on my own. Really? After all that? Come on, don't do that. Yes, you can't leave us hanging after building up the suspense. I guess I should have seen that coming. I was actually kind of hoping you'd feel that way. Guess it's not that big a deal after all. Yes, would you mind telling us already? Not like we got all day. Sorry. It's really no big deal for you guys, but so you can hear me out. How should I put this? Have the two of you ever gotten into a really big fight? What? A fight, you know. I do believe you had a few small ones. No, not like that. I'm talking about a really, really big one. Like, I don't want to ever see this guy's face again type of fight. I wonder about that. As far as I can remember, I don't think we've had any. I've been in a huge fight when I was younger, though. But I've never thought that, as far as I can remember. I must have really screwed up this time, then. Are you fighting with someone? Well, it might be more accurate to say I was in a fight. It was pretty bad, but I think we're on good terms now. And what's there to worry about? That's a very difficult question to answer. It's not that I haven't forgiven the other person, but I have this strange feeling whenever I remember that fight. You mean like, you aren't satisfied? I think that might be it. Wait, you're not satisfied you made up? That doesn't make sense. My point exactly, which is why I have no idea what to do. Maybe you still got some bottled up feelings you weren't able to tell them. What's that supposed to mean? Doesn't it make you feel really nervous when you make up after a big fight? That's why it's possible Nate couldn't say everything that was on her mind before making up. Thank goodness that's over. Now things can go back to normal. It's what's on my mind after a fight. It makes you think you don't need to say anything else, right? Is that how it works? I'm not really sure, but that's happened to me a few times. So maybe Nate still had a few things on her mind she couldn't say. Something I couldn't say? Yeah, you're right. Maybe I wasn't able to tell them everything I wanted to. I was so happy we made up, I forgot why we were arguing in the first place. Now it's back. That doesn't sound like you, Nate. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Stop taking thoughts out of my head. Anyway, I think we've solved your problem, yes, Nate? Right, yeah. Hey, do you two think you could wait a moment? I'll whip up a new recipe real quick. Alright, that should do it. It's about time. Sorry to keep you waiting. Here you go. Proof of friendship. Are you sure we can have this? If it's to make up with your friends, shouldn't you take it to them? It's alright. I remember the recipe. And besides, I think it'll make some useful items for you too. So you should hold on to that. You sure? We didn't really do anything though. Of course you did. You listened to me and helped me through my problems. Think of this as my appreciation. I see. Well, in that case, I'm excited to see what it makes. We never do find out who she was arguing with though. Before I forget, let's double check. Oh, Moment Love Blooms, coexisting with Sarly. Let's double check that RNA, see who gets it. So Felian RNA. Ooh, oh, plus 75. Hell yeah! Plus 100 on that one, but I don't want to lose the burst effect, so yeah. At least the time has level 2, but still have the one from the other one, so yeah, this may be one of the best items we can craft in the whole game. Holy cow. Alright, let's synthesize. What did you get? Oh, well, Tentoki's mirror is available for purchase. But the price, let's just get 2 for now. Angel's dining table, also 2 for these. So hopefully be able to stock up on everything at Sarly shop. I'm going to go there. Let's go ahead and synthesize. So memory food. Well, we are close. So friendship necklace. Let's just make this from here. We need a lot more of these than I thought. Wow, what a pretty necklace. It's a dianthus flower, right? That's right. Did I do a good job? Yeah, I thought it was real for a moment. Looks like you can't really make good stuff, Nay. You make it sound as though all I make is weird stuff. Well, whatever. I don't feel like getting mad today, so I'll let it go. It's kind of scary on its own, right? Why are you in such a good mood anyway? Well, just when I looked at this, I started remembering the past. The necklace I based this off was given to me someone by really important. Someone important? A lover? No way. Although it's true that I liked them. Someone they liked. I'm kind of interested. What kind of person were they? Hey, Delta, you shouldn't ask things like that. It's fine. It's not like it's something I want to hide or forget about. It's a long story, but I'll keep it short. She was someone like an older sister to me. Her name was Fractal, and I would play with her a lot. I'm surprised you had someone like that. Yeah, I always thought Nate is the older sister type of person to us. Well, I'm talking about a really, really long time ago. But you still remember her now? Yeah, so clearly that it surprises me, actually. She would play with me often and teach me all kinds of things, and she was so kind. She was a really important person to me. She defended me until the very end. I would have liked to meet her. Yeah, she's someone Nate speaks highly about. I'm sure she was a really wonderful person. If Fractal was still around, I would have wanted to introduce you too. I could have told her I made some really great friends. I'm sure she would have been happy to know. Okay, Harmo Edition. Question is, can I just buy that? I can't. Sweet. I'm gonna want a few of these. So yep. Forget the money. It's not level 5, but probably the easiest I can get right now. Okay. Oh, I need another now, Francais. So I actually need 2 more of these. There's that. Make 2. Okay, save the memory food for last. So ticket beyond 7D. Thankfully we have everything we need for this. Is that one a Sarly item? Ticket beyond 7D. Okay, the Genologic ticket is finished. Or is it Genologic? Genologic ticket? Is Genologic the name of a band or something? I've never heard of it. It doesn't sound like a name of a show either. It's nothing like that. This isn't a ticket for a show. But, it's a little hard to explain. Could you at least tell us what it's used for? To put it simply, this ticket allows you to send goods to another world, I guess. I'm sorry. This something went far beyond my imagination. I don't even know what to think. You said we can send goods to another world? But how would we send? Are we supposed to use it to dispose of ridiculously dangerous materials? Now, don't treat another world like a dump. You're supposed to send items for cultural exchange with another world. If we don't start trading with other worlds beyond our own, we're going to get left in the dust, you know? How can we trade if we've never met a person from another world? There's that guy with Eon, right? Oh, you're right! We're so close and we totally forgot. Well, he's a pretty special exception. It's not like you could go to another world and spend time there. But by sending an item, you can let the people know about your existence, right? I see. If we send an item instead of a message, they might actually send something back eventually. Exactly. In other words, this ticket is an item that gives us the first step towards interworld trade. At first I thought it was suspicious, but I'm starting to look forward to using it. First thing you need to do is decide what to send. People elsewhere probably have different tastes, so if you send something bad, it could start a war. Don't say things that'll make us worry. Okay. Charm BIOS, this is the last one. Oh, glad I got the legendary screws off camera. I'll probably get more of those, too. Alright, Charm BIOS. Hey, there's something weird about this charm. It's like there's something inside. You're right. It's shaped like a long, narrow cylinder. Is it a glass tube? Could this be a TX BIOS inside this charm? Hey, nice guess. That's right. This is an original charm I created. I call it Nay's Charm. I've never heard of a charm with the TX BIOS inside. That's why it's original. But don't you think this would be more effective than a normal charm? A regular charm wouldn't defend you from enemy attacks, or have an effect when using song magic either. Yeah, that's true. Just a lucky charm after all. It's a little unfair to expect that much out of something a kid can buy with their allowance. That's why there's no doubt you'll be much happier using my deluxe charm than a useless regular one. Do you see any benefit to this? Well, Nay is the Empress after all. I don't think there would be no benefit at all. So you can tell us exactly what effect this thing has? The CX bounce has an amazing effect. You'll feel as though I'm watching over you. It'll give you an immense sense of security. What's with the stunned look? Are you saying you don't trust me? No, it's not that, but it's just the same as a regular charm. It won't make you stronger or heal you. But I guess feeling like Nay's watching over us technically makes it effective. As a charm, that is. Yeah, that's true. Nay's still somewhat reliable after all. I love those compliments. Keep them coming. Although, things like this make me worry a bit. All this is still part of what makes her Nay. And last but not least, all we need is one memory food. That looks simple enough. Hey, I can't believe this. What's that? Don't you have anything better to say? How can you say that when presented with this fresh, piping hot, perfect meat and potato stew? That's exactly what's wrong. How did you manage to make a normal meat and potato stew? I'm sure this is just a component for some sort of final product, right? What are we supposed to use this for? I don't know. That's Sarly's job, so I wouldn't have any idea. I think Sarly would be troubled by this chew. We can't just give her meat and potato stew. But it does smell good. I'm starting to get really hungry. Since you're here, why not give it a taste? It would be a shame if it got cold. Yeah, I guess. Hey, Cass, let's eat. Okay, here goes. Really good. Yeah, I really want some rice. It'd be perfect with some miso soup. The broth is soaked into the potatoes and it tastes great. But it's not like it's ridiculously good, though, right? Yeah, just a normal meat and potato stew. What are you talking about? Meat and potato stew isn't some high-class dish. It's common food. If something like this was ridiculously good, it would be the only thing people ate. What you're saying makes sense, but we're totally forgetting that this is actually a part for something. Sarly, I'm sure she's going to have a lot of trouble ahead. Well, it's funny that they all talked about that. Okay, no more topics from that. Because Sarly is exactly who we need to go see next after a quick save. That takes care of 3 of the 4 synthesis chain events. And yep, want to use save file 1. Alright, off to Quanturv. Just hop, skip, and jump away.